Good morning, friends. Today we're going to make a bowling themed 80th birthday gift for my mom. So I have this beautiful bowling printed fabric with the strike and the sneakers and the bowling pins, and we're gonna add this to this already made tote bag from Hobby Lobby. Then we are going to add a bowling themed decal on this sweatshirt using my Cricut machine, and I'll show you how I selected my decals. Then we will sew the bag, and the bag is going to be for the purposes of Mom bringing her bowling shoes to the bowling alley, as well as using it as wrapping for the theme of her gifts. At the end of the video, we'll wrap her gifts, and you can see how I pulled this whole idea together. And we're gonna give Mom an 80th birthday party, a little luncheon, and maybe we'll get some clips from that at the end of the video. We'll see how that goes. It's this weekend, and that's gonna be the fun for today. So I hope you're excited. Let's make this bowling bag themed birthday gift, and we'll start now. All right, so now I have the fabric laid out, and our goal is to just trace around this bag and cut the same size as the bag and sew up the rectangle, attach it to the top edge, and we're gonna cut enough fabric for the straps, and we're only gonna do the top of the straps, the outer, so the inside will be canvas just like the inside of the bag. So I'm just gonna cut here with my rotary cutter, line it up on the table so that I know I'm making a straight cut. Okay, I left 1 inch at the top. I'm gonna fold this down 1 inch. I'm gonna press it, and all I'm doing is just gonna top stitch it right on the top. This project should be very simple. Okay, this is the base of the bag, very easy. What we're gonna do after we sew it, right sides together, we're gonna bend back the top edge with the iron to 1 inch. This is what I'm gonna do after everything is sewn, just like that. And then we're gonna just apply it with the stitch right along the top of the bag. So we need to place right sides together. And we can bring this right over to the sewing machine. I already have black in the sewing machine, and this is very simple. So meet me over at the sewing machine. After we sew, we need to create this little box for the bottom of the bag. So we're gonna do the same thing they did. The bottom of their bag is on the fold, but we created a seam. That's okay. So we're gonna measure down. We'll use this as our guide. Here's our bag. Here's our corners. And you wanna make sure they're pressed. Finger press them, find the middle. Okay, you want this seam to align with this seam, and you could feel it. And we're gonna go down the same amount where their stitches, which is right here, right here. and sew straight down across. Let's repeat that on the other side. Okay, well now we're back at the cutting table, and we need to have straps made for the outside edge of the strap. I'm going to measure my strap length right here. We're getting 21.5. We need to keep a half on each side to insert them into the bag. So let's cut 22.5 inches long. Okay. 22.5 inches long. Let's put a pin right here because we need to determine the width. Now these straps measure 1 inch finished. So what we need to do is cut 2 inches wide, and then we're gonna bend in half and a half, and it's gonna be exactly 1 inch, and we're gonna just top stitch it right on. Okay, here's my 2 straps. So we'll fold in half and half on the iron. Okay, it's gonna be like that. Beautiful. And then we are going to top apply it right on the top, and I'll show you how we do that. So I'm gonna get the iron heated, and then we'll come back. What you need to do is take your 2-inch wide fabric and fold it in half, just with your fingers. So I found the middle, so you're gonna fold it into the middle, okay? I just have these pins here to help me. Now, I've already set this strap up with the pins, and I'm gonna show you how I'm just gonna start in between the pins. So I've measured that my straps are 1 inch, and that's what we are looking for. 1 inch finished. Now, I will take most of the pins out because I've gotten a really good start and everything is even. Okay, we're just gonna go right over it. The center, they should meet, the edges should meet in the center. And just like that, one strap is ready to insert. So I'll show you how I folded it in half to find the middle, and then I folded each in, and then I've created our strap. Then when we go over to the sewing machine, we're going to apply them on the top of the bag and top stitch. Now I am using black thread on the top. However, the inside of the bag, the canvas is white. So what I'm going to do is change my bobbin, and we're going to use a white ecru bobbin color. So that way when we top stitch on the top, black doesn't come through on the back. And I'm going to change out my bobbin, and we'll be ready to sew this all together. And I don't want you to forget about pressing down the top edge of the tote bag. So we'll do that as well. If you'd like, you could press your seams from the back of the bag. That just helps set the stitch. And when you turn it right side out, it already looks much better than without pressing at all. And pressing is very important. As you know, on all my sewing projects, I always say that you need to press. Pressing makes everything look professional at the end. Number 2. And I want to press everything on the bag. Now we can finish with our straps. What I would like you to notice is that the seam allowances are facing out. This is what you want. The top applied strap fabric will go on each side. I'm going to edge stitch them on. I've already pinned them so that when we put the cover, it will cover the seams, and on the inside of the bag will be the clean finished lining. And that's what you'll see when you look inside the bag. So now all we have to do is sew on the straps and then top apply the bag and we'll be done. That looks beautiful. Just that little edge stitch, and on the back we used the canvas color thread, and so that does not draw your attention at all because you would be seeing black and it would kind of be a harsh, you know, contrast. So I'm going to finish sewing the straps. For this bag, I've decided to put a metal magnet clip just at the top edge. So they're magnets and they just click in. So what I've done is I've marked the center of each side where I want the clips to snap. I'm going to put a hole where the legs of the snap are going to go through and have it ready and leave a little opening as I sew along the top edge. I can't get close to these because my needle won't get close to them, so I have to put them in kind of halfway through while I'm sewing. So this is just a little extra thing I'm doing for this bag, and I just want to show you how easy it is. So it's all coming together quite nicely and it fits beautifully, and we can line it up. I'm gonna put a couple of pins. My clips are in the other room, and I'll just get a few key spots here right where the straps are, and then each side I'm gonna install the holes so my seams line up perfectly. So that's really good news. So what I need to do is sew across in between the straps first. Then I can squeeze my hand in between in order to put this in. Like I'll squeeze in, and then I'll close these. I'll clamp them through the back, and then I can continue on. But there's no way my needle will get to be able to top stitch. If you could see this top stitch area, it'll hit this. So I have to kind of put these in stages. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll show you that when it's finished. now our bag is done. You know me, we're gonna give it one last final press all along the edge and on the handles. And this helps it keep it look very professional. Remember to always press after each time you sew, okay? So this looks excellent. We're gonna steam it all together. That looks great. All right, now here I'm showing you the outline of the sweatshirt. We're putting this on the left-hand side. Bowling is right up my alley, which is one of them. The sweatshirt is pink. So, I'm wondering if I like the gold lettering, which I think would look pretty on the pink, or I'm also considering to say Bowling Mom. And I was thinking that navy blue on pink could be cute, and she wears jeans. So we're gonna try Bowling Mom, and bowling is right up my alley. So we're gonna cut these and then we'll be back. Now that it's pressed, we just have to peel the backing very slowly. And there it is. Bowling Squad, Joan. Part of Mom's birthday gift. Hope she likes it. What I'm gonna do now is just cut a bag, and I'm gonna make it 2 inches bigger than this tote, just so she has enough room to pull it and really stuff the stuff that she wants in there. So we're just cutting this out. I'm actually just gonna use my scissors. Now for my pouch, the drawstring pouch, I ended up sewing in my studio where it's very cold. That's where my overlock machine is. So just on the inside, I have overlocked all the inside edges because it's just a pouch. And then I bent back the top edge. I gave it a stitch where the edge is with the overlock. And then I just gave it a little 1/4 inch at the top to create a tunnel. And we're gonna put the drawstring through the tunnel, and it's gonna come out one side. What I've done is I've sewed the tips of the drawstring closed. I just tucked it in. I'm gonna probably create a little knot at the end, but first I wanna pull it through. So we're gonna pull it through only one side with a safety pin, all the way around here. And this is the bag that I'm gonna wrap the gifts that I bought Mom in. And then everything's gonna go in the big tote bag. And then hopefully she is going to use it to carry her bowling shoes to the bowling alley because she's on a league and she once a week does bowling at night, and then once a week on a weekday they practice. So since it's her birthday, it's a bowling ball theme gift. Here we have the exit. So we're already out the other side. Give it a good pull. And eventually we want these to be even. And then this will be the nice little pouch that we put everything in. And then now we can tie the end in a little knot. I think that would look pretty. Gives it a little bit of something extra. And we're gonna put this aside and we'll wrap at the end. We'll put everything together. So now you know we have the pouch. We've got our tote bag with the snap, and we've installed it inside so it just magnetically closes, which is great when her shoes are in here. And we can get to wrapping this whole bowling themed gift for Mom. Make it look pretty, and we'll bring it home for the party. Well, now it's time to wrap up the gifts. We have the Bowling Squad sweatshirt. I bought Mom this really pretty Jones, New York 3/4 sleeve top. She loves tops at BJ's. And Mom's also getting this digital calendar clock. So my idea was to put these soft goods in this bag. And then I'm gonna tie a bow here, here. I'm putting the clock in this little pouch. And everything's going into the main duffel. And we'll finish it off with a lovely bow and a little touch of these curlicues to finish off the package. Now I'd say this is going to be a pretty cute 80 birthday gift. And here you have it, our homemade bowling inspired